So today is gearing up to be a massive day for cryptocurrency. Right now we have Pi coin at $1.79. It is down 8% on the day, but so is Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now sits at $87,100. So if you guys are looking for all of the news in crypto and of course Pi, this is the channel for you. So smash that subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I want you guys to be aware that yes, full transparency, I do hold Pi coins because I've been mining them since I made this video 4 years ago. Now, because I'm not the general moon boy that you're seeing all over YouTube right now about Pi coin, because everyone's like, Pi coin is definitely going to $1 million bajillion a coin tomorrow. I'm not that guy. So if you don't want a realistic look on the market, then this channel isn't for you. But I made this video 4 years ago since I was mining Pi. So yes, I do hold Pi, and no, I am not a crazy bullish man on this. I am bullish-ish, bull-ish, but right now the market cap is 12.72 billion, which puts it in the top 11 space instantly. Right now, it isn't being used, all right? People have mined it. There are many miners, millions and millions and millions of miners. People are not using the network for crypto. They're just using it to mine and make money, okay, guys? That's what you need to understand. So this market cap is absolutely huge, in my opinion. And I could be completely wrong, and we are looking at things that could affect the price. Now, I think it's always a good idea to have a non-biased look at markets. It's not a good idea to be only wanting to watch content that is about Pi coin going to $100. I don't think Pi coin is going to $100 unless there is something significantly changing with the amount of tokens in supply. Right now, there are 100 billion Pi tokens. I have heard about there being a lockup or something like this, but the circulating supply is ever increasing. We're now at 7 billion, but this is only 7%, guys. The FDV is 179 billion. 179 billion puts it in the third place for the biggest cryptocurrencies by market cap. All right, guys, this is what you need to understand. And this is not something that I think is sustainable unless something significant happens with the circulate or the max supply, right? Even at 7 billion Pi tokens, this is absolutely huge. Now, one thing that people are talking about is the Binance listing. Now, we have had another hint towards that. Look, this is the Binance wallet. Start with a piece, work hard, and earn the whole Pi. So people are speculating that this is them talking about Pi coin again. My question is why would they be speculating? Normally they just say, oh, we're thinking about listing this token. So maybe this is a speculation. Maybe this is an eye into what might happen next. And remember, guys, pretty much every time Binance lists a coin in the last year, it's gone down, all right? But it has gone up before the listing. So if you are a long-term investor into Pi, you plan to hold it for 10 years, none of this even matters. But if you are a trader and you're trying to make money, which I assume most of you guys are, you're actually here to make money, then the price is probably going to rise dramatically if we get more official announcements from Binance. And then on the actual listing, it might go up a little bit. And then normally there is a big old tank. And guess what? That tank isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually an opportunity to get in. Maybe you missed. Maybe you didn't mine as much as you wanted. But if we get a big pullback and the price becomes more reasonable, then I think the opportunity to make upside is much more there. Now, I could be wrong, guys, but let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Now, with that said, one of the only exchanges where you can actually trade Pi on the futures market is Weeks. So I will leave a link to Weeks down there in the description. If you deposit $200, you're instantly going to get $100. On top of that, they also have up to $30,000 of USDT bonuses waiting for you in the description, guys. So if you want to trade Pi with futures, you can trade with low leverage to increase your volatility. It does increase risk, but also increases the upside. So if you want to do that, the links are down there in the description. Now, today, President Trump signed an executive order to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve with a fixed supply of 21 million coins. There is a strategic advantage to being among the first nations to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Of course there is, because the other countries are now going to want to do the same thing. Now, we have Bitcoin falling sharply after this sign. Why? Well, the reason seems to be there's no explanation on how the reserves will be funded aside from Bitcoin already held by the US. It's simply a promise to not sell what they currently hold. Now, guys, if you are feeling stressed and annoyed about this, I've got news for you. They were never going to buy on spot enough Bitcoin that was going to send the market flying. In fact, what was always going to happen was a slow buying or a slow build up and accumulation of Bitcoin that the actual buying was never going to affect the price. What was going to affect the price is people's mentality around it. It's people's thoughts around them buying, their excitement, their expectations. That's what moves the market's price, right? Not them buying thousands of Bitcoin, right? However, now we've seen that they're going to be holding the Bitcoin they have, and we're going to go into something in a second about how they're going to accumulate more, but they're going to be holding the Bitcoin. So people are like, well, now there's going to be no buy pressure, so the price isn't going to go up. That's not how it works. All right, so relax. It's perfectly fine. And it's actually an amazing thing that the US government is going to hold Bitcoin in a strategic reserve. And we are at the very start of where this could go, where this could lead. Other countries doing the same thing. Now, we did have $1.15 trillion wiped from the markets today, all right? Destroyed. I have all world indexes, right, that are down significantly. Like, come on, I thought that was meant to be safe. I thought I was going to make an easy 10% every month. What's going on? This is all part of the investor's journey, guys. But look at this, all right? Let's breathe some hopium into our lungs. Let's think about this rationally, and let's not be emotional like seemingly everyone else in this market. We went from no spot Bitcoin ETF to a strategic Bitcoin reserve in just over a year, guys. Let that sink in. Think about where Bitcoin's price was, right? Way down here. Oh, it seems like it's dead. And then boom, all right? This is Trump. This is the ETFs. All right? So everyone got excited because Trump was going to be the first bullish crypto president. Now, everything else aside, right? We're not talking about all the other stuff. If we were down here, right, and someone said in half a year, Trump is going to announce a strategic reserve for Bitcoin, do you think it's worthwhile, this pump? Because I do. So we're getting exactly what we wanted, right? We're getting exactly what we wanted. Now, let's think about this a little bit deeper. I did some research on Twitter, and I think this is an interesting way to look at it. So Bitcoin recognized as a valuable strategic asset by the largest economy on Earth, right? Right? Bitcoin and coins now officially separated in the US government policy. Only Bitcoin apparently is worth accumulating so far. I think we're going to get more about this. Guy's obviously referring to all other altcoins, right? I think we're going to get more about that. Bassinet and Luckneck authorized to develop budget-neutral strategies for further acquisition. Budget-neutral strategies for further acquisition. What does that mean? Budget-neutral strategies to acquire Bitcoin. For example, 39 billion of exchange stabilized funds, 160 billion from selling SDRs, 800 billion from gold certificate reevaluation, 1 trillion budget neutral Bitcoin buys. Bitcoin apparently to $1 million, right? The secretaries of the Treasury of Commerce are authorized to develop budget neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin, providing that those strategies have no incremental costs on American taxpayers. This is good. This seems good, right? They're not going to be taking taxpayers' money and buying Bitcoin. They're going to try and figure out budget-neutral ways to acquire that Bitcoin. For example, the $1 trillion that sits right here, guys. So I think that's actually really good news. Now, Elio Trades had an interesting way to put this. Long-term Bitcoin is fully enshrined in the financial system as the quintessential hedge against debasement. It's now God-tier money that potentially will trade over $1 million in the coming decade. Short-term, the economy is effed up, right? And Trump knows the only way to fix this is with a recession. Politically, he needs to do this fast so he can blame Biden. The rule used to be, don't fight the Fed, but now it should be don't fight Donald. Now, Elio Trades believes that Trump will get his wish for a recession and then with it, he will crater assets. Most voters don't own stocks, crush home prices, destroy inflation, get interest rates to zero, right? And then what do we get? A once-in-a-lifetime bull run environment. This is what everyone wanted be careful what you wish for. People wanted inflation down. People wanted interest rates down. People wanted risk on assets to have the opportunity to pump. Remember the Rona-Ronason, right? That's probably the one that sticks in everyone's mind most recently. A massive crash turned into the biggest opportunity in our lifetime, probably, right? So be careful what you wish for, guys. It's a crazy time. Now, he also says he's expected to make Bitcoin tax announcement tomorrow. So this is why people are not paying attention enough. There could still be more good news. And in fact, having this pullback before the meeting, right, could actually lay the way for another push to the upside. Now, remember, World Liberty Financial, they have their own crypto portfolio, which holds Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Aave, Move, Athena, Ondo, USDT, and C, and then Tron. That's what they're holding. They got $80 million, and this could be the sort of portfolio you want to be looking at if you think that this is Donald Trump and all of that is going to be beneficial for crypto. Now, as you know, my portfolio that I trade live here on the channel, ADA, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, Ethereum, SUI, all apart from Ethereum in profit right now. And I'm hoping we get some good news. We absolutely rock it. And guess what? I take some more profits off the table. I'm not a crazy moon boy who thinks we're going to $400 billion for Bitcoin in the next 20 minutes. I have a realistic outlook on this market, right? I never thought this was going to go to crazy, crazy levels this bull run. The Pi cycle top indicator always told us about 120 to 130. It might have changed a little bit now, but a realistic look on this market, on the TA, tells us that right now is the time to essentially be neutral. We don't know what will happen next. This pullback hasn't been as bad as this one here. It's actually akin to this one right here. And only time will tell if tomorrow is going to be a bigger news announcement or it's going to absolutely destroy the market. With that said, guys, remember, if you do want to trade Pi with futures or just on the spot market and you want to support an exchange that also supported Pi really early on, then there is a link to Weeks down there in the description. Instantly, you can get that $100 bonus just by following my link down there in the description and following the certain stipulations here. And if you want up to $30,000, that is also possible. So all of those links are down there. Hopefully I've provided some value. Let me know what you think about Pi down there in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.